Digital scans of archived materials are provided with a small fee. There is a fitness center next to the student union. Optional tutorials are offered in the final week of a term. The essay should be clear during the exam. The office opens on Monday and Thursday following the freshman seminar. Calcium's nutritional value enjoys growing popularity every year. Over the years, more and more students are young. All laboratory equipment will be provided in class. During the examination, electronic devices must be left to the supervisors. Today we have a guest speaker who is visiting from Canada. Digital scanners can scan all kinds of materials provided that they are in small pieces. It is a debate about the value of knowledge. You may not manage your time well without a reading list. Your term papers should include current social issues. It took 3 years to make the football stadium. You may not be allowed to read any book without the reading list. Job opportunities are created for a better economy of the future. A few journalism students need to read the school newspaper. The residence hall is closed prior to the academic building closing time at the end of the semester. They cannot put in everything. Choices have to be made. Even the most motivated students may need help to choose their careers. The lecturer is here to visit us from Canada. Consumers are better informed today because of the internet. Many students are now studying science, technology, engineering, and maths. Every year, more and more courses become available online. I will be back in several minutes. We encourage students to complete applications before the deadline. You may not arrange your time when reading the text. You do not need to be encouraged to be a hero. Visual aid is really helpful for revising. Before choosing your university courses, you should consider your future career. We no longer respond to any postal reference requests. It is compulsory to attend the laboratory instruction. We have a lecture on the morning of Thursday. Foods containing overabundant calories supply little or no nutritional value. Rising inflation may indicate the increasing demand for consumer products. Anatomy is the study of internal and external body structures. Undergraduate students can select what interests them most in the scientific program. New media journalism is an exciting area of study. Members should make concentrated contributions to associated operating funds. A good abstract highlights the key points of your paper. The audition for the university choir will be on hold on the next week. The history course is assessed via 3 written assignments. Field trips are essential parts of most geography courses. There have been too many struggles in the mathematics department. Digital gadgets are an excellent addition to any outdoor venture. We can have a lecture on the morning of Thursday. There are many teachers to help students on campus. The garden behind the university is open to the public in summer. Tutors should set a clear goal at the start of the class. There have been many changes recently in the mathematics department. The department has a higher than normal proportion of postgraduate students. Students who study overseas can significantly improve their work chances. Strangely, people are impacted by spontaneously using statistics. Research shows that exercising makes us feel better. Upgrading manufacturing systems can increase efficiency. Understanding how to use the library will save your time. This course is integrated because it has several parts. The timetable for the new term will be available next week. An undergraduate is required to do many projects. The essay will be published once the research is finished. The curriculum needed to be adjusted for development. Textile manufacturing plays a large role in improving economies. Students are instructed to hand in their assignments by the end of this week. Students are encouraged to monitor their own attendance. Remember, the prestigious section has strict eligibility criteria. Nurses specialize in clinical work and management. Let me give you an example to explain what I mean. Lectures are the oldest and the most formal teaching method at universities. Urban planners plant trees in cities for a better environment. I will come back to this in a moment. Affordable housing is an important issue for all members of society. A number of students have volunteer jobs. Graduates from this course generally find jobs in insurance industry. Accountancy students need to submit their dissertations this week. A good academic essay should have a clear argument. I cannot hand out my dissertation this week. Newspapers across the country have been reporting stories of the president. You will study 2 core and 3 optional modules. Many experts think that the world climate is changing. The North Campus car park could be closed on Sunday. We have not yet achieved equality in our society. Undergraduates pursue their interests in special stages within the program. Students are advised to use multiple methods for this project. Please note that submission deadlines are only negotiable in exceptional circumstances. It is really a comprehensive program comprising both theory and practice. Convincing evidence to support this theory is hard to obtain. Consumer confidence has a direct influence on sales. All of the assignments must be submitted in person to the faculty office. All dissertations must be accompanied with a submission form. Despite their differences, all forms of life share the same characteristics. A person's educational level is closely related to his economic background. He wrote poetry and plays as well as scientific papers. She began by giving an outline of the previous lecture. The economy is now on its first signs of recovery. Economic problems caused a big rise in unemployment. Students would develop confidence in their ability to think critically. Students must attend the safety course before entering the engineering workshop. The project is divided into 4 main sections. Philosophy uses logic and reasons to analyze human experience. Water taps on the campus will discourage the frequent use of plastic bottles. The technician left the new microscope in the biology lab. The introduction is an important component of a good presentation. The assessment of this course will begin next week. Enrolling in a second major will increase the career option. Experts are able to forecast weather for a long period. The marketing budget is doubled since the beginning of the year. Although sustainable development is not easy, it is an unavoidable responsibility. You will acquire new skills during your academic studies. Sea levels are expected to rise during the next century. In addition to class requirements, students must pass qualifying examinations. Certain scientific principles need to be learned verbally or by logical deduction. It is important for students to keep up with the deadline. Manufacturing now brings more people in than agriculture and fishing combined. Organizational failure is considered from various perspectives of academic literature. Farming methods around the world have developed greatly in recent times. Recession triggers creativity and high rates of entrepreneurship due to past experience. The posters are on display at the larger lecture theater. The University Theater Group will be performing in the concert hall. All industries consist of systems of inputs, processes, outputs, and feedback. Please click on the logo above to enter the site. These 3 separate resources are not enough for this assessment. Traffic is the main cause of air pollution in many cities. The fellow students cannot be addressed enough. Technology has changed the media we both used and studied. It's important to make clear notes while you were reading. People have become dependent on using phones in everyday life. Geography is generally divided into 2 branches, human and physical. A good architectural structure should be usable, durable, and beautiful. It would be extremely beneficial to work together. A lack of sleep can increase the chance of some illnesses. All lectures and learning materials can be found on the internet. Students who are successful have good strategies for learning. Remember to sign the attendance register before leaving the lecture. Cells are the basic building blocks of all animals and plants. The tutorial timetable can be found on the course website. Some people are motivated by competition, while others prefer to collaborate. You should submit your team papers to the general office. You do not need to have specialist knowledge to enjoy this book. Years of training are required to become a medical specialist. We can all meet in the office after the lecture. Time and distance are used to calculate speed. They developed a unique approach to training their employees. There is a widely believed perception that engineering is for boys. There is a pharmacy on campus near the bookstore. The summer school allows some students to accelerate their studies. The professor took a year off to work on her book. The paper challenged many previously accepted theories. The key witnesses to the event have conflicting recollections. The history of this university is a long and interesting one. The first assignment is due on the 14th of September. The deadline for this assignment is tomorrow. The cooperator operates a continuous assessment. The commissioner will apportion the funds among the authorities. The business policy seminar includes an internship with a local firm. Students who attempted to go to the conference must register now. Students have the option of living in college residences or apartments. The student shop has a range of stationery. Social media is criticized for causing internet addiction. The vocabulary with particular meaning is jargon. Read the safety instructions before using any equipment in the workshop. Radio is a popular form of entertainment throughout the world. Protective clothing must always be worn all the time. Our laboratory equipment is provided free of charge. New materials and techniques are changing the style of modern architecture. More research is needed before any definitive conclusion is drawn. Momentum is defined as a combination of mass and velocity. Medical researchers have focused on different causes of diseases and treatments. Making a mistake is fine, as long as you learn from it. Lecture outlines are available on the college's internal website. It might not be possible to solve the problem easily. Every student has both the right and the ability to succeed. If finance is a cause of concern, scholarships may be available. His appointment with the Minister of Culture is seen as a demotion. He was regarded as the foremost economist of his time. Good nutrition is crucial to general health and vitality. Fruits containing too much sugar and calories have little or no nutritional value. Every student has regular meetings with his or her personal tutor. Economic development needs to be supported by the government. Democracy is constantly offering a stable form of government. Consumer confidence tends to increase as the economy expands. Blue whales are the largest mammals that have ever lived on Earth. Before submitting your dissertation, you must have your application approved by your advisor. A very basic definition of computing is counting and calculating. A good research assistant is not afraid to ask questions. All new medical students must attend the talk about optional courses. Human beings compete with other living things for resources and space. The economic predictions turned out to be incorrect. We study science to understand and appreciate the world around us. A celebrated theory is still a source of great controversy. This is an integrated course with several main elements. The famed instrumental work exhibited a more demure compositional style. The chemistry building is located near the entrance of the campus. The nation achieved prosperity by opening its ports for trade. Teaching assistants will receive a monthly stipend for housing. Good research delivers practical benefits to real people. Native speakers are exempt from language tests in their own language. Assignments should be submitted to the department office before the deadline. We can't consider any increase in our prices at this stage. The artist's ties to conservative politicians earned their wrath of critics. This morning's lecture on economic policy has been canceled. The city's founders created a set of rules that became law. The department is organizing a trip to London in July. Everyone must evacuate the premises during the fire drill. Scientists are always asking the government for more money. The ways in which people communicate are constantly changing. It takes a long time to walk to the university. The students were instructed to submit their assignments before Friday. Many graduates of journalism get jobs in the communications field. The cafeteria features soups, salads, sandwiches, chicken, and fish. Student identification cards will be issued today and tomorrow. Experts believe industrial development will help the economy. Our group is meeting tomorrow in the library conference room.